In the last 1 month, we cannot account for the number of schools and destruction that has happened. Why is it so rampant, and why is it common in third term? Yeah, what do you think is the main reason? Where is the problem? Hello there, I trust you are well. Welcome to another episode. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, PowerPath, Facebook and Twitter and TikTok. Welcome. My name is Helen Mumbua. Welcome to this episode. Let us look at the reasons why. What do you think would be the reasons of the arson that is happening in schools? Please keep me company. Thank you. One of the reasons that schools are getting involved in arson in Kenya could be the reason of exam tension, that our learners, maybe they are not prepared and they are thinking that banning of schools could help or push the doing of exams further or stop the exams, which is a poor thinking. It could be a reason because they are having tension, they are fearing that they are going to sit for exams soonest, and they need to be advised accordingly. Then also the issue of drugs. The issue of drugs is another problem. We have children who have been under drugs and substance abuse in schools. They take drugs even when they are at home. They go back to school and influence others to do bad things, involved in banning of schools and involved in strikes, which is not good again. Also the issue of peer pressure from the drugs. We have seen, because of those few cases who take drugs, they recruit others in the same. And then they start executing or planning, doing wrong in the schools, in activities that are against the school. So it is very important to understand these areas so that later we look at the solutions. Then we have poor leadership. Do we have poor leadership in school? What do you think? Could it be a reason? To me, I think yes. Poor leadership. We have had principals who cannot listen to anyone. They do according to how they feel, what they think is good for the school and for them, and they don't want to welcome views or opinions of others, which is not good. Leadership involves everyone in the institution, and it is very important for principals to bend low at times, listen to the students, listen to their grievances. Sometimes their grievances are genuine. Sometimes they talk of food that is not enough. Sometimes they are talking of a lot of workload without co-curricular activities, which also is also a concern. They may be talking of something else, which when you sit down with them, it could be a reason, a major reason that you look into and you solve. Then also, you also listen to teachers. The teachers are part of the leadership. So when, as a principal, it is very important for you to have meetings with teachers, listen to them. They interact directly with the learners and they understand their problems. It's good for you to sit down with them, listen to them, and they may forward some of these grievances early in time before they escalate to banning or to worst scenarios. So it's very important for leaders, the principals, to listen to them, to the people they are leading. Even the subordinate staff can bring you very nice information. They can give you information that will help curb a problem that was to happen. Okay, so even the gate man is very important in your school. The cook is very important in your school. The sweeper, everyone in that school community is very important, and you need to listen to them. You need to have a meeting with them, work with them, so that you can provide proper leadership and curb some of these problems. We also have another reason, which I think we should also look at, which is poor teacher-pupil relationships. We have had teachers who are very harsh to learners. You see, when we go to school as teachers, we learn a lot about our learners, and we got to understand the learners. We got to know they are coming from different backgrounds. We got to understand their situations. We need to learn that they are human beings and they are children. They are not handouts. They have not developed their brains to a point that they will judge like an handout. They will do things like an handout. So we should learn and always listen to them and know how to handle them. We should the learners, a teacher may be acting in a way that they are demoralizing the learner, they are name-calling the learners, they are very negative attitude towards the learner just because he or she is a poor performer in academics, or just because they are indisciplined in school. You may not know the cause of their discipline, so you need to know how to strategize and help that learner. Then there is inadequate guidance and counseling in our schools. Previously, there were offices in every school for guidance and counseling. These ones died long time, and some schools completely do not have any center for guidance and counseling in the institution. Children are given a lot of paperwork to go and write, do this, do summary, questions. They do not have time to relax. They do not have time even to think, to internalize what they have learned. It is a lot of pressure that they are given. And this one also may be a cause of arson in our schools. Also, poor parenting. Yeah, we always encourage parents who do not have ways of guiding their learners, their children. They are not able to speak to their children in a manner that they will understand or hear them. We've encouraged them to call in someone to speak to their children. Invite a relative, invite your pastor, invite, there are groups that mentor programs, enroll your children to such groups and let children be assisted in those groups or by those people who come to speak to them, because they need to know what life involves, what life is all about. And if we don't speak to them, then who will speak to them? As a parent, if you don't speak to your child, who will speak to him or her? They need to know, they need to be given the information, how life must be handled, how well they should behave, so that they may become good people in future, responsible people in future. Now, we have, still on poor parenting, we have parents who, I said we do not have a manual for parenting. Sometimes we want to parent, but the way we do, we find ourselves doing in the wrong way. Like if you tell a child, okay, you've come home, you've burnt school. Oh, okay. What do you burn? And the child says, maybe we burned one dormitory, or we broke windows of the school. Then you tell them, you could have burned the whole school and don't come to my home. That signals a poor leadership, poor parenting. And we need to change as a community, as parents, and see how we can help our children to grow better. We also have resources that are in school. How well are they kept? How often are they assessed? The electrical systems in our schools, how often are they checked to ensure that they are not faulty? Because when they are faulty, sometimes we have seen power on, power off, power on, power off. And when it's on, it's off and comes back. Sometimes it comes with the high voltage. The high voltage comes and finds faulty system. That faulty system may lead to burning of the school. So such like are the reasons of burning school and many others you can think of. What do you think are other reasons? Thank you. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, PowerPath, Twitter and Facebook. Thank you so much.